Work.
I'm going to go to Guadalupe, Mexico wine country.
I know that area very well.
And I want to make a proposition to you. Can I send you 2 cases of wine of VaynerMedia?
100%.
And I want your opinion on them.
So I'm unbelievably passionate about Baja California.
So just so you know, I'm about less than an hour away.
Excuse me, I actually think in the next 30 years, it will be widely considered one of the better wine regions in the world.
You know it well, then.
I know it very well. I know it so well, you're going to find this crazy. I know it so well that one of the things I debated to do with AJ when he graduated from school instead of VaynerMedia was to go there, buy up land, and blow up the whole region.
It's not too late.
Why didn't you do it?
Who'd you pair up with? Was it Montechanic or Cheto?
No, I know all those characters. It was going to be more about just buying land and building my own brand. And I've been tasting a lot of wines from that region for a while. It was less about teaming up with anybody and more about like finding my own kind of opportunity. I didn't do it ultimately because, first of all, I don't think AJ had interest in the wine business. Second of all, the internet thing had taken over my mindset at that point. It was just too obvious to me, like, what was about to happen, and I struggled in being as narrow as just deploying it to wine.
So where were you when you were in that truck, in that field?
Oh, I want to take a wag at what your wine secret might be. But have you divulged it? Because I've been off the content for the last few weeks. Okay. So I think that what you're going to do is export grapes from partner vineyards, and then mix your own branded vintage here.
So
Gary V wine.
Gary V wine from grapes from all over the world.
Grapes from, I mean, I'm thinking Napa because that's where you were when you were talking about it, but from wherever you think they're going to be best, that's where you're going to go for.
So what I'm doing is I'm starting a 100% direct-to-consumer wine brand. So only available from us directly.
Which I signed up for.
No wine, not my wine club. Not my wine club, that's for Wine Library. This, I'm going to start a brand. And
What's the name?
I'm not going to tell you that part. I'm already giving you a lot. Direct-to-consumer.
The Jets wine.
It'll be a green label.
It won't be available at Wine Library. 100% from the winery. It'll be starting to pre-sale probably in September. It will be coming out the rosé will come out in February. The white will come out in May, and the red will come out in October every year. The positioning is I'm going to create a $40 quality of wine for $20 every year. It's going to be a big deal.
So what defines the like? How do wines get priced?
Anybody can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It'd be like how does a dish of food get priced? In theory, you can do anything you want, but I think all of us would agree that we would struggle to pay $280 for a steak. The price has been defined. I think secondarily, how you're asking it, which is more right, which is
how do you know it's a $45 wine for $20? Yeah.
It's easy for me to know theoretically, meaning, I would say this, think about what you know best, whether it's clothes or traveling or food or wine, think about what you know best. Like, I'll give you a good example. For a long time, like, I don't see the delta in, for a long time I didn't see the delta in hotel rooms, now I do. For a long time, whether I paid $8 or $8 in a Holiday Inn or whatever the fuck it cost, or $300-400 for me in a Four Seasons, I'm like, I didn't understand the delta of $200 or $300, right? As I've traveled more, as I've gotten older, as you get comfort, it's even less about fancy. I can even give you examples going the other way, which is like, I would say food. You know, I grew up with the context of French food, and you know, a foie gras dish is $55. But like to me now, like 3 pieces of sushi at $9, like, you know what I mean? But ultimately, to answer your question, people that drink wine every day and drink a $10 wine every day, or a $20 wine every day, or a $40 wine every day are gonna know. The reason I know is because I know those grapes go into $40 and $50 wines, and I'm getting them because of who I am and what I'm gonna do in storytelling the vineyards.
Right.
How long have you wanted to do this?
It's been theoretically in my mind forever. You know?
Yeah.
But I thought of it in a different way. When I thought of it as I'm going to own all these wine stores one day. And I thought of it more like Falcon Preston Dynasty. I'll be an old man and like I'm going to buy the vineyard in Napa for my family, and I'll be like old man Mondavi, and like I'll have the Jets and my winery, you know? And then, so now obviously I think about it more like, you know, Dollar Shave Club or you know, like there's a clear... I feel like it's moments in time. I feel the world, America's ready. I think getting a $40 wine for $20 is wild. Here's why. At $20, you'll open it on Wednesday and watch if you're in San Francisco and you're at a Warriors fan and you got some buddies, friends over for the Warriors versus Rockets game 4, you'll open it. But at 40, it's still something you may give to somebody as a gift because of the quality.
Okay.
So, and I also think a lot of people buy 3 cases of wine every year without really giving a shit and really thinking about it. Like, you're into wine, I'm into wine, but some people aren't. But quietly, they buy 3 cases of wine a year, and if they know they're getting, without thinking, in February I'll get my rosé for the spring.
That's me.
And so I think that there's a lot of business for me personally to get.
Yeah.
And, you know, to me it's like 4 Ds. Like, if I'm on a mission for 1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for me, getting your 3 cases of wine is good for me. It's good business. And for you, you're going to there's no chance in hell you're going to do a better job on a case of rosé, a case of white, a case of red, left to your laurels, going to the supermarket, going to the wine store once in a while. Now, you may not have space, right? Like, that would be ultimately the reason a lot of people like buying 1 or 2 at a time. But I think I'll be able to close the delta by telling the story. Like, we're gonna make a movie. I'm sure D-Rock's probably gonna use this. He's probably happy. He has more footage. Like, we're gonna really tell the story of making this wine. So like, the reason there's gonna be so much footage on tasting, how we did it, the shipping issues, like a true 47-minute, like the documentary of the making of blank, and we're gonna do it every year. We're gonna probably create a club where people can come out and work the harvest,
Oh, so cool.
and like have a dinner with me in Napa.
Okay, I'm in. Can you ship
Because
to
it's
Texas?
similar to this. We can. So that's
Are you pumped about that?
Are you kidding?
Wait, so what?
Yeah, we can. A lot of things Wine Library can't do with customers, the winery can do, because it's different laws for wineries versus stores. So Boston, Mass, Texas, these places where I can't ship, Illinois, who can't do the wine club or do anything, or ever, now can do this, so that's huge. And international, that's huge. So
You're gonna put so much money
Spain?
towards
Can you
Texas
ship
just
to
to just to fuck them.
Have you actually touched down in Valle Guadalupe?
I have.
You have.
I was there maybe 7 years ago on a trip.
So, like in San Diego, for example, which is really
Guys,
close
please
to,
eat a little bit. This stuff is good.
which is really close to the border.
Yes.
We're gonna miss our chance to talk.
As Mexico's producing a very good wine, if not superior to Napa.
I wouldn't say it's superior to Napa, but here's what I would say. Nobody here would understand the delta between
Yes.
Napa and Baja California.
So when they see it on the menu and they see a Baja California
why
wine,
do you think I wanted to do it? Because nobody's going to market the region.
Right.
There's nobody that's going to buy Mexican wine at $45 a bottle for red wine. But if I spent 7 years building the brand, guys, nobody gives a shit about voice right now in the world. Like, look, I promise you, this is great. I'm so glad you're here for your business. Like, guys, nobody's talking about this. You don't understand that, right? Like, no normal person.
Outside of your world.
You guys are in the cocoon.
That's right,
And
yeah.
there's nerds.
Yeah.
But like, for real, nobody gives a shit. Nobody knows it's here. And that's how I think about this stuff.
have you tasted Madera 5?
I know it very well.
Casa Piedra?
Casa Piedra.
You have. Wow.
The way that you know it's here and other people don't, is that what you mean when you say it feels like the
Yes.
internet in 1994?
Feels like the internet in 96. Like when I was telling people I'm launching a wine e-commerce site, they didn't even have internet yet. So how the fuck were they gonna be like thinking that was a good idea? And by the way, you guys are all lived it now. I don't think any of you thought that social media was going to be as important as I did in 2006.
No, it really did seem like a fad, even as a young person.
I had that conversation with you in LA.
So my intuition of what people are going to do before they know they're going to do it. I met my wife on an online dating site in 2003. In 2003, online dating was taboo as fuck. Like you were a weird dude that lived in a basement of your mom's house.
Yeah, but you're still so bad.
Right? So to me, I'm just kind of like,
It's not taboo,
at all.
but
Are you? I mean, if you're under 30, it's how you date.
I met my girlfriend on Instagram.
100%. It's how people date. Like, right? Instagram is like very weird.
It's almost creepy at this point.
So, you know, or like Uber, like the fact that, you know, I've been saying this a lot, like putting a 14-year-old girl in an Uber to send her home. Could you imagine telling a parent you want your 15-year-old daughter to go in strange men's cars 3 times a day?
right.
You would have been laughed out of the room. Social norms. That's why I was right about VR. 3 years ago, everyone's like VR, 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 right? VR, like how many VR questions did I get when you first started? VR, 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 VR. And I was like shit on, like, you're wrong. And I was like, until you see normal people do shit, got it? I promise you, until you see somebody normal, like your neighbor, do something, it's not real.
When will it be B2B voice? Like, is B2B voice going to be something, or?
I mean, I would say that B2B could be sooner than B2C. Like, it's easier to make an Alexa skill for, like, an industry that's close, like, for all insurance agents or all rocket launcher buyers or, like, you know, like, I think B2B is like, grossly underestimated for social media marketing.
But that's what I want to do with the Las Vegas souvenirs that I shop open on Facebook. I want to do an Alexa skill for it. Like, you know, order a Las Vegas Golden Knight shirt, right?
So here's what I would say. The one thing, and I'll talk about it tonight, I'll talk about it tomorrow. You don't want to have what happened to a lot of people that look like you talking to me about social media in 2007. You have to understand. For example, let's talk about real estate, because that's how I think about all this shit. If I told you right now that this small island off in the Caribbean that none of us know, small, like just not on our, the way Turks and Caicos was 25 years ago. I don't know, nobody ever heard of Turks and Caicos 25 years ago. You heard of Bahamas, you heard about Bermuda. But if I said to you, here it is. Here's Shmookabuka, and it's an island, and it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be fucking awesome in 20 years. You have to be smart about when you buy property there, what can you actually do? For example, there's no airport yet. So it might be a bad idea to open a 5-star hotel, because people, so I'm worried, I wanna make sure you're thoughtful. So for example, a podcast around Las Vegas culture, ready now. Everybody outside, we'll go outside right now, and we'll watch everybody walk by listening. A skill, like for example, I always say watch me. You haven't seen me pushing my Gary V 365. You're not using Gary V 365.
I'm using it.
But you know
But it's just the ripped audio from everything else. Yeah.
Guys, millions of people are listening to my podcast every week. Millions. Like, hundreds are. But if you do, you're ready for 36 months from now. You can't bet the farm on it. Do this. But play with this. And the reason this next 2 days matter, make relationships and try. You don't bet the farm on it. Alexa skills is like a great thing for you to like learn how to do yourself as a hobby.
Right. What about it as a differentiator with your current clients? That kind of thing too.
I think the B2B, I think you're bouncing down an interesting route.
So in Miami, I asked you the question about WhatsApp. You answered it. But then when I went back to process the information, I found myself in the problem where how do I leverage WhatsApp is based on phone numbers and cell phones. How do I target those people on WhatsApp without violating any type of
Stories.
stories?
So WhatsApp Stories is one of the biggest products in the world. Yeah. It's the same stories product that Instagram and Facebook have.
But it's in WhatsApp.
Because I remember you saying if I'm a Southern California agent, which I am, I live in Southern California, you kill it. And I'm trying to figure out that magic formula to take
The
that
number
to the
one
next
thing
level.
everybody here needs to do is Facebook video.
I just started like so late. I just
Facebook
started.
fucking video.
Do it every day.
More.
On the plane.
Can you get a watch channel? You have to apply for a watch channel.
No, you can't. You gotta apply.
You gotta apply, but can you get it?
Eventually,
You
I'm
can get it,
sure-
but can we get it?
No, but guess what? How many Facebook videos to your fan page do you make now?
Maybe one every week.
Cool. You need to make 6 a day.
Okay.
How many do you make?
And that's
5 to 7
that's
a
part of
day.
the prerequisite to get one.
Facebook video?
5 to 7 a day.
No.
But they'll accept somebody. They'll accept the Joe Schmo who just does a lot
They're
of
gonna open
volume.
it up, but like that's not where your mindset should be. I'm still not thinking about watch. Fuck watch. Make 7 Facebook videos a day.
7 a day.
Or 6. Yeah.
Or 6. Okay.
I mean, no, or 6 minutes. And by the way, start with 1 a day.
Yeah.
I'd be really pumped.
I'm doing live and I should.
Live's great, and you've got the ability to do it. But by making one live, your audience. For example, here's how I think. What do I want to happen? How do I use Facebook to do it? For example, I'm cruising a couple years ago. We're getting our shit together. I'm like, you know what? I want some older fans. Facebook's getting older. I am winning with 20 to 30. That's going to come natural. But I kind of feel closer to 50 to 80 because they're more tried and true. They get me, I get them, and they're starting to live on Facebook. What do? I make a rant. I make a rant about fuck. Remember?
60
Video-
seconds for every
6
60-year-old
minutes
in your
for
life.
60, right? It went that shit crazy. Here's why. I made a video with a purpose. I knew what I wanted, right? I made the content for them, and I spoke the truth, which is like, motherfuckers, wake up. You've got a lot of time. Let's fucking go. What the fuck do you think is going on here? What are you gonna just let the next 30 years go by because you didn't start on Facebook? I made a video. It was good, but then we ran ads. $500 against people 60 to 80 that were fans of Shark Tank. It means they were entrepreneurs. Game over. You could make a video that says, title, why most people in the UK don't get personal brand. Got it? Reverse engineer. Why most 40 to 60-year-old Latinos living in America are missing the boat. And then make the video. Make the video of what you want to happen. Then talk it, but bring them value, not a sales pitch, and then watch what happens on Facebook. Or use your advantages. What did you say? 71?
Yes.
I would make a video to all the 71. You should do this tomorrow. To all the 70. You title it. To all the 71-year-olds out there. You can target people that are 71. $500.
Do you think maybe stick to Facebook or do LinkedIn too?
Facebook.
Even B2B?
Yep.
Still?
LinkedIn's ad product is
Too expensive.
it's very expensive. Yeah, it's very.
Can I take a step back into a personal question? Of
course.
You're about to go rant?
Nope.
Okay, so I just wanted to say kind of like a blanket so that it makes more sense. I'm
Yep.
here to establish a relationship, hopefully in the future, because I feel like I can get the answers to most of my questions through your content.
Yep.
Because you put so much of it
get
out
it.
there. So my question is, I grew up with a chip on my shoulder. I feel like
Guys, if
I.
you don't eat some of this, I'm leaving.
Okay.
All right.
My question might be long.
The only way to get us to eat.
That's really good.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm cut from the same fabric as
All right,
you,
pass
but
me your
not
plate over here.
perfectly parented. And so
I see.
just for certain reasons, I just grew up, with a big chip on my shoulder. My parents were drug addicts when I was a kid, and domestic violence. And then I grew up and got out of town, joined the Navy. I did 8 years in the Navy, got out, got depressed, and so I had a job and I quit it to be with my family and my kids, and that's where I really took a big leap off similar to what I heard a lady call you on Ask Gary Vee, or you called her about a month ago. She was talking about whether or not to get out. I tried so hard to get called.
Yes.
D-Rock.
You were a bad guy. D-Rock. I've always said D-Rock's a bad guy.
No, I love D-Rock. We can blame Babin. But I did not get called. But anyways, I was in that exact same boat. The career, I was wildly successful in the Navy, but I just couldn't be with my kids. So it became black and white, and I got out. I got home, spent time with my kids, and now I'm in the reserves and probably going to deploy again. But all that to say, I got some success for a while, and I feel like I'm losing a chip on my shoulder. No matter how motivated I get, I just feel myself getting soft, and I'm like beating myself up over it. I don't want to lose that fire that used to define me, you know what I mean? And I just like, but knowing that and saying that out loud,
That's a really good point. So a couple of things. The number one thing that has serviced me incredibly well is my inability to overjudge myself.
Can't say I have that.
I can tell. And so that's why that was my first answer. You're going to have to chip away at that answer. I mean, you said you're here to build a relationship, you're here to get answers. I think a lot of what makes me me, if I think about why do I work for people, why am I so happy? Like, what's happening here? It's that I have very opposite things going on at the same time. It's balance. I'm pulling so hard, right? Like, I'm a super nice guy. I'm a fucking killer. I go so hard every day. Like, fucking, I've been up since 5:15. I have a meeting after this. Like, I go so fast. There's no minutes. I mean, like, only truly they know. Like, you can't see it until we put out. You know what? Just for kicks, we're gonna have to put it out. Can you do me a favor, now that we're on this new reinvigorated content kick, can you look ahead at a calendar, or even have, at some level, no, I don't want to manipulate it, can you look at the calendar 30 days ahead, and just see the day we can film everything? And even if we can't, and I'm not kidding, like it's like personal meetings, let's film it, and put fucking our favorite Monday to Monday songs over it. I want to put out a 19-hour daily beat so people can act. You know, we've done such a good job, they still don't believe it. I know you know. Like, just one time so I could always say, you know, D-Rock, so I could just say, go watch episode 313 of Daily Beat. Because what nobody understands here is it's every minute, every second. For real, period. Like, for real. And I think that, so where was I going? Every day I'm going so fast, but I'm unbelievably patient in a macro. Like everybody I know, like so many of these kids and even 50-year-olds are the reverse of me. They've got nothing but time to consume me, to watch YouTube, to like drive to lunch, 30 minutes, have the lunch, drive back, going slow, get home at 7 or 6, like chill, and it's great. It's great. Like, by the way, that's great. But then are complaining that it's not happening. So they're not patient in the macro, and they're slow in the micro. I'm the reverse. I'm super fucking hardcore every minute, but I don't judge in a year or two. Judgment's huge. Judgment's huge for me. I hold myself unbelievably accountable and aspire to so much.
You know how capable you are. Like, so how do you do that? How do you hold yourself on a pedestal as far as your potential, but then like forgive yourself instantly for?
Because I'm practical. Because the practicality of it is, I'm not looking to burn myself out. It is a marathon, and not every day is going to be your best day. And you know, working out's taught me a lot, right? It's the one place that didn't come natural to me that I've made some strides, right? I find it fascinating. In business, I can't see the good days versus the bad days that clear. They all blend as like, I'm in it, right? But in working out, boy, do I know the difference between in the gym where, because I didn't sleep a lot, like I mailed it in, didn't feel right, like tomorrow I'm worried already because my thumb's so fucked up, and it's like some days it doesn't come natural. So I always say, oh, that's what's happening to people in work. Like I've never had it, like this is not a joke, I've never had a meltdown. Because I'm never depressed in work, ever.
And that's the only thing that causes it.
That's the only thing that causes it. The reason I wasn't as good in the gym the last couple, 6 months was I was losing my way a little bit. like I lost momentum a little bit, right? Like I started figuring out the soft tissue stuff. I'm pumped I did it because I'm way better off for it. But my eating and my muscle gain was like went off. But in work, I just think it's the cost of entry. Same with parenting. Like I can't judge myself that way. It's like you're gonna do the best you can, and you gotta let the chips fall. So, you know.
So Gary, how do you work out when you're traveling?
My trainers travel with me.
Oh, they travel with you?
Yeah, I mean, like I worked out in LA at Equinox at 6 to 7 p.m. on Friday.
Do you
I know you
consider
post-
working out part of your workday?
No.
Or do you? Okay.
Though I do more than I used to. I think of it as part of my day, which is a huge accomplishment.
Because I know you post where your trainer says, or you say, I hate the setup.
I hate everything.
Why don't you document it more, like when you actually do?
We did early on. We started Daily V. The gym was a real big theme of it. I'd like to do a little bit more. We may.
That'd be cool.
We may.
What time do you work out?
We look. Everybody loses like their way, or like literally I had a meeting with D-Rock, Babin, and Iris today, where I was like, guys, and I really started it this weekend, where I was like, I don't think we've done a great job the last 6 months. I can just feel it. I can feel it in my heart. The numbers are great. The audience, like, grow, like, it's all great. But in my heart, I know that we're.
Is that the How the Sausage is Made clip?
No, that was.
Or was it
That was
different?
first of all like such a great piece of content. Like
That was-
I
that
want
was
to
cool.
do
Can
more
you
of
do more
that.
of that?
I want to do more of that because I think that brings you guys the how the sausage
that
is
was
made.
sweet. Yeah.
That's such great content. No, it's more that I think Iris and Babin are in an interesting transition. D-Rock's been, me and D-Rock are like kind of the original team, and like we've been separate for a little while. I'm very VaynerMedia'd out right now, focused. You know, team's a little bloated, going through transition, thinking about other things, you know, just not clicking to like the level that I want to. Like there was a time where we could make straight up viral content once a week if I wanted to. I'm just not in that headspace.
Because the
like-
consistency of it, or
Yeah,
the volume?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think, you know, everything, remember contradictions?
Yeah.
There's a gift and a curse. The curse of 6 pieces of content, everyday vlogging, all this stuff.
Nothing doesn't seem special to you.
You know, and it's funny, I did it for, 2 years without losing my way. It's just, I think circumstantial, like, I would say we got on defense. And there's just offense and defense. And my defense looks like most people's offense, so I have to be careful. But it's just obvious, and like I can feel it. Like even the rant I did today, not the best, it didn't come out clean. The fact that I even wanted to do it.
I thought that was pretty cool. You're talking about the one you were on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it?
That was right when I was trying to break into VaynerMedia.
Period or micro?
Micro.
I want to make my Facebook content, my YouTube content, my Instagram content more meaningful, sharper, more successful. Win in content creation and distribution. What?
Nailed it, bro.
I just want to win.
So how's D-Rock doing on the video games?
I don't know. Are you good at video games?
No.
Man, I really struggled with NBA Live today. I'm so out of practice.
Yeah, but you won.
I won, but I wouldn't have beaten anybody who's ever played that game once. I couldn't.
What
like,
systems do you have set up in there right now?
Xbox and PlayStation.
You don't have like old school like Nintendo, Super
It's
Nintendo?
the only thing I want to do.
Super Nintendo Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Is that
I'm
how
excited.
Twitch works?
You know who over-indexes is Sean Bradley in
Video
NBA
games doesn't
Live.
matter what.
The best. Twitch is video game streaming.
That's it. Doesn't matter what kind of video game.
That's right. I mean, it's obviously originally been for more of the hardcore stuff, but the retro stuff is bleeding in, and now people are doing other things. It's a great platform.
I would say, just from our perspective, at least mine, when you used to do Snapchat like 4:38 in the morning, I'm getting up and I'm going to the gym, and it's visible that you don't have a team around you, and you look like you just rolled out of bed, like that hit
I
home the
totally agree.
hardest, I think.
I think that's right. That's right. I think that whereas Instagram stories, the creative content's killing, Snapchat has to be that. And even if you look the last week or so, I've been doing more of my first person snap. They're still producing, but I may totally eliminate the produced stuff. Thank you, Fred. I totally agree.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
What's your take on Snapchat?
I think it's in trouble.
You need different trouble.
I do.
Right.
But I also think it's an incredible place right now to do marketing 15 to 25. But I do think they need something to stop the bleeding.
But you did encourage us to dust off the account.
I think you should, because I think there's a lot there. I think people left it for dead. I think it's in trouble. It's like boxing. I think, got knocked down in the 6th, and it's still trying to get its shit together, and it's already in the 9th round, and it better fucking do something. And so that's how I think about it. But I think people are acting like it got knocked down in the 6th, and got it? That's why. Got it? That's the right analogy of how I think about Snapchat right now.
You think they have what it takes?
I don't know, because I've been so young as a CEO, and he may have it and he may not.
Thanks, bro.
Don't forget, Facebook was slow to mobile, and people thought maybe that was it. So we'll see.
So, what about you interviewing people who you actually catapulted into their dreams, their goals, they were at the brass ring before you motivated them? You do all these speeches and presentations and telling people and motivating them. What about talking to those people that you've motivated?
So I think one of the things that's interesting about me is that when you ask that question, it went into the territory of the nonprofit work I run. There's something about you bringing that up. Not that I'm right. It's interesting how my brain filters that. I feel that people have taken testimonial so far that there's a part of me that feels like me, and we've tried it a little bit, right? We've done a little of with Crush It, and we've done a little bit of Medium on LinkedIn. There's a level of humble bragging of me using my platform to put people on that won for me that I haven't reconciled yet. I agree with you that there's value there. I just haven't figured out how to package it.
Do you use it in your book?
Do you know? I'm sorry. Do you know how inspired I am by you, and how other people could be inspired by me because you inspired me?
Sure, I understand that, of course. I also understand that using my platform to tell that story is something that doesn't come comfortable to me, and I never do anything that I don't feel comfortable with.
The way to do it.
Of course, I think by the way, I've tried multiple ways. I've never used it, right? Yeah. I've also written Crushing It. A lot of what I thought about was using this book as a platform for writing the articles we've written on LinkedIn and media. I'm hacking. I still think it's too self-serving for me and that person, and until I reconcile that, I will not do it. The one great thing that has always worked for me is if it doesn't feel right in here, then I'll never do it. Ever do anything.
Are you doing Perfectly Parented for real?
Yes.
Okay.
But I feel like similar, but a different version. I'll do it when I'm ready.
Right. But I've heard you say recently that you're working on it, that you're doing
I
it.
am, but I write it in here.
Okay, so it could be a while.
But I mean, look, I'm not in the business of spending 4 hours of my time on a flight just thinking about it instead of all the shit that I have to do if it's not getting closer.
Sure.
I think the backseat Q&A is
I
pretty
think there's
good.
something there.
It's pretty good,
Look, the Ask Gary V show is an incredibly good concept.
That's the best. That's my favorite.
But sitting down for 45 minutes to do it now has become unbelievably difficult. So, Twitch streaming will be interesting to see if I can get it there. But I do think you're right, and I'm pretty convinced the backseat Q&A thing is going to be big.
Your pod sessions are good too.
Yeah, I like the pod sessions. It shows a different, it's like a different
The
flavor.
brown bag too.
Yeah.
The brown bags are like I die. Like it's
They're
like a
funny.
comedy show. I'm funny.
I feel funny with
Yeah.
brown bag.
Yeah, it's great.
It's cool to see the personalities too. Like you had DJ Clue and that was
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, the thing that is unbelievably humbling and challenging is I think I can do anything. I think I can win an Academy Award.
crazy. Yeah.
You should. Why not?
I might.
Yeah.
So I think being crippled by opportunity, I'm also building out the media company, right? We got Pure Wow, which I haven't pushed heavy yet, but we're launching a men's media company this summer. And it's going to be a lot more Gary V'd out, right? Pure Wow is, of course, by nature a challenge when the content is driven for 30, and like I want my content, me as a social media is not to be bigging my businesses, but I'm excited. So Brownbacks pod sessions are shows that I think I can build and then get a different host.
Leverage. What's the process for like working with, collaborating with Pure Wow on brands and things like that? Directly through that team?
Explain one more time.
Content about, like, so for selfishly, right, in the supplement business, content
As a
about
marketer,
supplements.
or them as like just covering you?
As covering, yeah.
I stay completely away from that.
Okay.
Church and state.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Editors and business.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never had a conversation
Got
in
it.
15 months telling Pure Wow to write anything about anything about
Yeah.
anything. Don't even touch it.
Nice.
I will never live my life where I put myself in a vulnerable spot.
Every time, yeah.
I'm not gonna be Rupert Murdoch. I'm gonna let them have editorial control.
Got it.
1:37 p.m. is gonna be a challenge. It's literally a publication made to capture my energy, and I'm trying to stay away from it as possible. But I have way more opinions about who the 9 hottest rappers are, or 6 cool things a 35-year-old entrepreneur can do. So I'm gonna have to say very disciplined.
That's the men's one, or is that the name brand of the men's one?
1:37 p.m.
1:37 p.m.
1:37 p.m. Can we talk about 4Ds real quick?
Yeah.
Gino said he loved it. I've been thinking about it for a while. I mean,
Look, man, I'll make it really simple. For real, on my kids' health, I will never sell anything I don't believe in. I sat on it for 2 years. I think it's a good product. I think there's a lot of people here, and you can ask them.
I think the 4DS Part 2.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'll never, 75% of 4Ds people have emailed me one way or another and said, I will give you, $50,000 for 4Ds 201.
Right.
And we're not even remotely considering it.
thank you.
Until I know the answer, I'm not taking people's money.
Are you still looking at raising the price for 4Ds?
Probably. Yeah, we think at the same token, when I think something's worth, if I think it's worth 50,000, I'm very I'm a businessman. I'm not scared. I'm not a nonprofit. Like the people that are presenting are getting more expensive. Like we have very senior people presenting.
What's that right now? 10 grand?
Right now it's 10 grand. Our strategy work on the other side of the house is getting more expensive. So I have clients who are saying, why am I paying $390 for 2 months of this and there's a 4D thing for $10,000? Should I do that? And I'm like, probably not, because of the way we do corporate America stuff versus small business. I'm like, but you should try it if you get the value out of it. Opportunity costs. The people that are teaching 4Ds are running out of hours as our business grows. So, I think I'll raise it.
That's the other side of the coin of you being positive before you charge money for it. Once you're sure, then you don't have to feel.
It's the fucking that's exactly right. Like the thought of selling something I don't believe in for the money is, first of all, never feel comfortable. But now, where I have everything to lose based on
The leverage.
who I am, it's like there's just the shit. You guys would shit if you know what. Yeah, people are like, oh, 40s. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm turning down $8 million deals to promote one product I don't believe in. You think I give a fuck about 40s? You know what I mean? I'm leaving such economics on the table for things I don't believe in that I think over time, when that get to the point where it's like back to brand and doing the right thing, to the point where like in 15 years, anything I sell, everyone's gonna buy because they're gonna know the process.
Because you're building that legacy.
Like the $40, $20 wine thing, 10 years from now, like people will be like, I don't even buy wine, I'm buying 3 cases because it's gotta be, that's building a brand.
Where do I send the wine to?
What's that? Just email me at Gary at VaynerMedia and I'll tell you.